right. That's why me and gang walk around with no fright. These hoes mad cause we in the spotlight. 30 bitches jumping on the bed. 20 bitches got their legs around her head. And 10 bitches spin on top of their head. Boss bitches, yeah, we all up.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Yes, this is a different setting. I'm usually sitting at the table. I am in my son's room because right now this room is the quietest room to record in. I had put my baby to sleep, right? And this literally happened every time. I don't know why. But I put my baby to sleep. I finished writing down my notes because I like to, if I'm going to make any videos for YouTube, I like to do them first because I kind of feel like they are the longest. Because my other content, I fly through those. It really don't take long. I feel like my YouTube videos take the longest because it's actually like sitting here talking versus my other content is more of comedy and entertaining, things like that. So I always do these first and then do everything else and little stuff like TikTok or whatever like that. Hold on. Close the door. Close the door. Don't let him come in here. Thank you. All right, sorry about that, y'all. As you can see, so like I said, I put my baby to sleep, right? And I finished my little notes while he was asleep. I got up, used the bathroom and everything, got my oldest something to eat or whatever like that, or heated up what I already cooked earlier and stuff like that, right? So then I finally come in here and get ready to get comfortable to record, and I hear him whining from in my room. Like, are you serious? Like, you haven't even been asleep that long. Seriously, you haven't even been asleep. Like, it probably haven't even been 30 minutes. If it probably was just getting to 30 minutes, if that. Like, you wasn't even, like, it's crazy. Soon as I get ready to do something, it's like, I'm about to do something. Let me wake up. You know what I'm saying? And, oh my God, it's just so crazy. I'm like, I gotta hurry up and right now I'm in an apartment. I gotta hurry up and get move into the house so the kids can have a playroom and they own part of the house and stuff like that. And then I can have my own part of the house where I can record in peace and all that good stuff. So while I'm making this manifestation YouTube page, that is one thing that I am manifesting right now is my house, okay? Because I gotta elevate. So speaking about elevating, something that you need to release, which is the topic for today, blockages and breaking generational curses. So we all know you can't elevate, you can't do nothing if you're blocked. So like I said, everything that I write down, my handy dandy notebook, everything that I talk about comes straight from my mind and my heart. But I did Google blockage because I wanted to have a more, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to give y'all my meaning of blockage, you know what I'm saying? Which is not like it's different or anything like that, but I just wanted to use the standard, there we go, the standard definition that is out for the word blockage. So blockage means an obstruction which makes movement or flow difficult or impossible. Okay, so for example, an obstruction, the list of obstructions could be depression, sadness, being broke, jealousy, insecurity, self-hate, and many more. Those are all obstructions which makes movement or flow difficult or impossible. So, the reason why a lot of people can't manifest certain things in their life is because they're blocked. For example, like money. You may have some blockages somewhere, some mental blockages or whatever kind of blockages that is hindering you or blocking you from being abundant in money. So some obstructions people label as sin. So those blockages get handled different, which is still not the way. Then some get ignored and never handled at all. A lot of the obstructions are living in the brain. So whatever you think and or feel is what you project out. Some people, for example, may seem like negative Nancy, but they have built up obstructions that made them that way. Blockages in childhood. So a lot of obstructions were built up from birth. You are already born into this world being told what your name is going to be, who you should praise, or what you should do in life, and things like that. So that's how, for example, the generational curses keep going, because it's taught during childhood. Though we can't help what we are taught and what we were, how we were raised, we can still be the change we want to be in our adulthood. My childhood obstructions. So let's talk about that. I'm going to point out some generational curses and obstructions I received from childhood. For example, race plays a big role in generational curses and stereotypes. So I grew up in a single parent household. My mom had 5 of us alone, and you always heard stuff like, I can't afford, or we can't do it, maybe next time. I watched my mom struggle and job hop and go to free food and clothes banks or whatever to get us food and toys and stuff like that. So already right there, I put that under race and stereotype, because 9 times out of 10 you mostly see Black families that have money problems, and you also see the Black families where the household is just one parent, whether it be the mom or the dad, and you always mostly see the dad not in the picture. So already I was born right into that generational curse right there. You know what I'm saying? And then so let's talk about how my parents affected my childhood. So let's start off with my dad. My dad is money hungry, okay? So with him being that way, it turned him into a very judgy, hard person. He always used to ask me what I wanted to do when I got older. So one day when he asked me what I wanted to do, when I finally had an answer, so this answer came from me loving to dance. Like I always, with my cousins or my friends growing up, we make dance routines and stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? I really love dance. So I told him I wanted to go to school for dance. I wanted to be a choreographer. His response as a child going to tell me, oh no, you can't do that. That's not going to make you no money, da 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 da. So, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? For one, you should never look at nothing based off of money anyway, especially doing stuff that you want to do and love to do. It always should come from the heart, be genuine. You know what I'm saying? But to tell a child that, for one, is a no-no. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how that child took it. You may be looking at it like, oh, that ain't nothing. That ain't gonna make you no money. But how much money do you think Beyonce choreographers get paid? And, you know, a lot of choreographers that work with people, big people like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Like, yes, a lot of people make up their own dances and have their own dance routines and stuff like that. But best believe it is top-notch choreographers that is floating around in the industry, that people call on, you know, to help them for with concerts, videos, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be the best dancer in the world, but that don't mean that you don't want to go and connect with and collab with another dancer and learn something new that you never learned before, or have something extra that's, you know, come from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that don't make a lot of money. And then the girl who made DD4L, she has her own TV show with her own dance team. So you can't tell me that, right? They are making bank. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, they making more money than you, talking about some, oh, that ain't gonna make you no money. Them people make, and they already where they want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they love to do. They love dance, so that's what they follow, and it brought them good riches. That it makes sense. You do what you want to do. You do what you love to do. You do who you are and what you are, and that's how you attract whatever you want to manifest. You can't manifest nothing or make it nowhere in this life being somebody else and doing stuff you don't want to do and all that stuff like that. You're not going to be able to make it. So yes, he told me that or whatever, and you know, that ended up blocking me. It was a blockage. I removed all my blockages, but, you know, it became a hindrance because, you know, it brought money blockages. So it made me feel like I had to work hard for money. And it made me feel like I had to do stuff I don't want to do for money. Why did it make me feel like those two things? Well, because for one, if I'm not a dancer, what else am I going to be? That's making me, okay, well, I wanted to go to school for that, but now that you said that, now that's making me try to think of doing other things to make money. So now I'm trying to look at what can I do to make the most money? What programs in this school makes the most money? And then whatever I pick is going to be some, because the first thing I picked was a RN. Anything in the medical field is, you know what I'm saying, just not like no easy deasy breezy beautiful cover girl, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of me having to do stuff I don't want to do for money. Okay, so I really wanted to dance, but basically you're telling me I got to go and do other stuff my whole life that I don't want to do to make money. Like, that's putting all kind of blockages and different kind of mental thoughts around money that I shouldn't have, because for one, money is an energetic entity that we are all aligned with, and it's not hard to get. Literally, you can walk outside and find a penny on the ground. You can buy a dollar scratch off and win $20,000, anything. Money is not hard to get at all, whether if you was working or self entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, you can attract money. But we want to be able to manifest and attract things easily and free flowing. So we want to find out what can we do to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you are right now stuck at a job or at a point in life where you don't want to be, or doing something you don't want to do, especially revolving money, then that's how you know you have to reverse and go back, because everybody, no matter what it is, I mean, some people want to do stuff like RN, astronaut, whatever it is you want to do, make sure it's something that you want to do and not what somebody else said. You know what I'm saying? That helps bring more success. And then it also hindered, it made me, you know what I'm saying, spend my whole life trying to find myself in what I wanted to be, because that changed my direction of where I was going. I'm like, I had my mindset on that, like, you know, I already know I'm gonna be a dancer when I get older. I ain't think about nothing else. Now, when him saying that made me start thinking, well, what kind of job I'm gonna get, what this and this, and you know, made me start thinking other stuff I didn't need to think about. I lost myself because now I'm trying to find who I should be and where should I fit in and this and that, when I already knew where I wanted to go and what I wanted to be and where I'm gonna fit in at. Now I'm trying to find something new, all because of somebody said where I wanted to go wasn't gonna make no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy stuff. So, you know, and my dad, with him being hard and judgy, he still say I don't take nothing back or whatever. And luckily, I was able to use my past and what happened to me as a stepping stool for strength. But, you know what I'm saying, with me having 2 kids of my own, I definitely find myself apologizing a lot and fixing my words and stuff like that, because your words are powerful. They mean a lot. And then you have to be careful, especially when you're talking to a kid, on how you talk to them. Close the door. On how you talk to them and what you say to them or whatever, because they receive things way differently, even as an adult. You know what I'm saying? You have to be careful. So like I said, for school, you know what I'm saying, once I finally got to college age, I switched my major like 4 times. I started as RN. That did not work, because that, first of all, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to be in no medical field. I don't want to do that stuff. All that learning stuff, I ain't even like subjects that was not even my favorite. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do this, I at least need to have the subjects that I like. You're gonna give me the stuff I don't like, and a lot of it on top of that, because, you know, medical field, they do a lot of science stuff. I wasn't the one that liked the science in school. So, you know, all of that, I changed my major so many times. And the last major that I had stopped on before I stopped going to school completely was theater and acting. And it was more up my alley, except for by that time, you know what I'm saying, how I felt about school and my outlook on life, a lot of stuff had changed, on top of me building a family and stuff like that, which is no excuse, you know what I'm saying, because I'm actually thinking about going back to school for business administration, because I want to start opening up my own business or whatever. So, you know, I want to make sure I have the paperwork behind that. So I'm not knocking school at all, but You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to waste my time to go to school for certain things. Like everything that I'm literally doing everything that I want to do now and doing it all on my own. And I'm doing all of those things and being successful with it without even having to go to school. And nowadays, a lot of people are becoming big, famous, and stuff off their talents and gifts without even having to go to college or whatever like that. Now, college is more of a, if you trying to expand or grow or certain stuff. Like I said, I want to open a business, so I want to go and get the paperwork behind myself. You know what I'm saying? So I will go for business administration. But as far as trying to, let me find a major and do this and that, like, I don't need that, because my dreams and path line up differently. But everybody's story is different too, as well. So yes, like I said, my dad was very hard and judgy or whatever. He also brought low self-esteem blockages, which I already, was my low self-esteem was already building for me, because being in school, people always talked about me being the big girl and this and that and all of that crazy bullying school stuff like that. So to have to go out in public and deal with that, and then come home and hear your dad say stuff like in fifth grade, I think, I'm not buying you no more clothes because you getting fat. You getting too fat. Like, who tells their child that? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what your child look like, how big or small they get. You supposed to make sure that they got food in their belly and clothes on their back, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And if you want your child to be healthy, you just do stuff different. You don't nag at them and get all on them and make them feel bad or hurt their feelings. You do it in a better way. You can't have that candy. You gotta at least tell them, like, okay, we can't eat too much candy because this is what it do, so you can have a little bit at a time. Like, for example, with me being vegan, you know what I'm saying, and my kids being vegan or whatever, like, I don't keep candy all the way away from my son, because he was already exposed to it, for one. So that's different. But he grew to love being vegan. I make sure I'm cooking stuff that, because kids kind of be picky, so I make sure I cook stuff to where he be like, ooh, this is good all the time. But if I do let him get candy or whatever like that, he can only have a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit up there and let him have a whole rack. You know what I'm saying? It be a little bit and it be spaced out. And you know what I'm saying? I just do it like that. I don't let him just eat it to where he gonna sit there and get fat or, get sick off of it or whatever. And then on top of us being vegan, I don't have to worry about him being overweight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how you talk to your kids and how you do certain stuff. So yeah, that and then also one day he made me look in the mirror and just made me look at myself like, you fat, look at this, da da da. You just don't do it that way, especially with me being a girl. We take stuff differently. Okay, so now let's talk about my mom. So my mom didn't make it no better, of course. We're going to talk about, so that was, my dad was how it was. So my dad brought low self-esteem, money, and low self-esteem blockages, money blockages, and a little hindrance on the career with dance. So with my mom, hers was my writing. So I've been writing ever since like 3rd, 4th grade. It started with writing in my diary or whatever like that. Then it went to writing real stories. So by the time I got to like 5th grade or whatever, I was writing stories. So one day in middle school, I think it was 6th grade, the 6th or 7th grade, I was writing. I had like totes full of, big old totes full of notebooks and stuff like that, full of like just stories that was like unfinished, half done and stuff, because I always be thinking and thinking and thinking. So I write stuff down and I think of something whole new and I put that book and start a whole new thing, like, you know what I'm saying, because I had so much coming in my head. I got to keep it all down. I got to write it all down. And I also wrote music and stuff too. So I just had everything. It was all of me in them totes on that paper, right? And I always took my stuff everywhere with me too. If I stayed the night out, my cousins and stuff, I'd take a few notebooks because, when everybody falling asleep or downtime or whatever, I'll go and write and stuff like that. But, so yeah, so And around that time in middle school, I found friends that liked it to write too. So I'll write in the notebook, write on the story. Like we had come up with a story, I'll probably write a chapter or write in the chapter or write a whole chapter or two, bring it back to school. They'll read what I added on, then they'll add on to that, then they'll bring it back to school and I'll read and add on. And we just keep adding on. And it was sweet because we write in one story, but we both put in our, ideas and creativity in it. So it just was sweet and it was fun and it was like you just couldn't wait. Every day you see them like, you done? Yeah, you done? Yeah, you just ready to see what's going on and then just start from the beginning all the way to the end and see what y'all wrote or whatever like that. That was the sweet part too. So, So where else I at? Sorry about that. Where I started writing. I used to write with my friends. Okay, so one day my mom had busted in my room. 6th grade. I was 6th or 7th grade. I was laying across my bed and I was writing. And she just busted in my room. What you doing? Just like how the stereotype them little black mama jokes and they be your mama busting your room, just look around. That was her doing too much. What you doing? Like she don't see me laying across my bed writing. It ain't like I'm playing in my ass or nothing. I'm fully dressed. I'm literally laying across my bed and I'm writing, minding my own business. She, what you writing? Snatched my book. So I just so happened to be on a sex scene. I knew that I was going to write adult books. Like I said, once I started writing stories, because I don't know, it just happened like that. Like I'll be writing stories and then I have some sex scenes in there and I'll be writing dog ass sex scenes and I write dog ass stories. So I'm like, I already knew. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write adult books because something with some sex in it, they ain't about to sell that nowhere else but right next to Zane in them books. So, and I love Zane in them, you know what I'm saying? So they was very big, inspiring, and it made people oh, you was too young to do this and do that, but that was a talent, that was a gift, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we already born adults, because all you doing is, when you have kids, is all you doing is just training them and teaching them what they know so they can get the fuck on and live their life or whatever like that. You don't baby them when they be able to get old enough to take care of themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they own person. From a kid, they still their own person. So, you know, even though I'm a mother, I still try to respect their personality and stuff like that, because they still their own growing person, you know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that something is too young for me when that is coming from me, is what I create, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably how she was looking at it, like, oh, you writing about sex, instead of looking at it like, man, I got a writer on my hands, the next Zane or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Or let me support this or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually wrote good stories, like the plots and everything, like, you know, they just had some sex scenes in there, like, bro, what the fuck y'all want me to do about it, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I got in trouble for that. And then it was when we was at my grandma's house, and just so happened I had all my stuff with me, because when I was growing up, staying at grandma's house was a thing. All the cousins going to grandma's house was a thing. Nowadays, people barely even got a house, so I don't know what's going on. But nowadays the family is not like how it used to be. But back in the day, all the cousins from all over, like, you didn't know your family now, but back then you knew your cousins at least. We all used to stay in our grandma's house. So like I said, I always took my books and stuff with me, especially if I'm gonna be gone from the house or whatever, because I love writing, I love creating, until I got to a point to where we be having too much fun and I'm like, okay, I don't got no time to write, I gotta leave this there. But so they grilled on me about my writing. My mom and my grandma on my dad's side talking about why you just won't write kid books, like The Cat Walked Across the Street. And I just looked at them like, do it look like I want to write that? That sounds so lame. A kid wouldn't even want to read that. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to grill on me about how I was writing, and they made me throw all of my stuff away. Like, I don't even think I had no books left, because I think I had took all of my books that time. Like, I usually take a few of them, but I think I had took everything. So I don't even think I had nothing at home. But emotionally and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I literally felt like I threw meat away in that garbage. Like, I threw a piece of meat away in that garbage. And I swear to God, y'all, like, those are real blockages, because I had writer's block for a long time. I couldn't, how I used to just be thinking, my mind be flowing and stuff like that. Like, I try to start one book and can't even get one word down, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's not like that, because like I said, I done cleared a lot of blockages and start back getting into my creative mode and bringing it back out and getting back to how I'm supposed to be. But yes, man, life, and especially what happens as a childhood, can be a big hindrance on stuff, y'all. And we need more people to talk about this stuff and make more videos like this and reach out to people, because people are dying with these problems. You know what I'm saying? So yes, they made me do all of that and made me throw it away. And like I said, I felt like I threw a part of me away. So now let's talk about how I release my blockages, because now you know some of the blockages that I had got. I didn't even tell you all of them, but those were some of the blockages that I've had and some of the areas that I've had. So the first thing I did was I went vegan. Vegan helps heal your body and connects you spiritually to the universe, keeps your body young and working at 100%, and reverses all sicknesses, diseases, and aging. I know some people, I can't let go of my bacon. But you know what I'm saying? When them health problems is up to your hairline and you wondering why you got high cholesterol, diabetes, cancer, and this and that and this and that, best believe, y'all, trust me. And if you know about Dr. CB and stuff like that, you will know that any problem that we have with our body, it starts from within, and it's what we put in our body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit up here and say, I'm not going to get diabetes, but you sitting up here eating all that processed sugar. You can't say, I'm not going to get blood clots or whatever like that, if you, or whatever the case may be. It all comes from what we eat. And I know the doctors and everybody, they tell you, eat that meat, protein, drink that cow milk, vitamin D, but it's research that has already been out that shows that is a bunch of baloney. You know what I'm saying? For one, if you want some vitamin D, go stand outside under the sun. The sun gives you vitamin. That's a whole lot of vitamin D. Or go eat some oranges. You know what I'm saying? And they talking about, the animal got protein. Well, yeah, because it ate some protein before it died. So, yeah, you're going to get some of that protein. But you also going to get them emotions and stuff that animal had before it died. It does. So that's part, when you wondering why you angry and sad and stuff, you probably ate an angry ass cow, or you probably ate a sad ass cow before he died. They feel that when they about to die and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff counts. You're not gonna tell me that you about to feel sad or droopy or sick after you eat a piece of kale. You're just not gonna tell me that, right? So it changes you a lot. So, before you knock it and run away from it, even if you got to slowly, get yourself into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that we need to fight for, y'all. Trust me. I started doing yoga and working out. So yoga help align your chakras, which is aligning your body physically, mentally, spiritually, and more. You gain mobility, flexibility, balance, peace of mind, and strength. It helps you with weight loss and builds your body, of course. Builds your self-love and your confidence. So, and it's many more that yoga helps with, but these are just a few. And I also meditate. So I speak affirmations. Affirmations is basically like saying, for example, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am healthy. You just speaking what you want to see in your life. So say if you like, for example, I'm in this apartment and I'm my goal is to move in a house by January. I am in my new house. I am moving into my new house, or I have moved into my house already, stuff like that. So affirmations is just basically speaking good things over your life. Whatever you want to see, whatever you need to see happen, you just speaking good quotes over your life. You know what I'm saying? You speaking it as if. I visualize my dream life and me living in it. I visualize being free, happy, rich, or whatever. And I started manifesting. I'm living out my dreams, and that helped me by living out my dreams, because I started focusing on what I really wanted to do in life, and I started putting my talents and gifts out For example, I love music. I wanted to always do music, so I dropped my first album, my first single, and I also dropped my first music video this year. Within the past couple months, I think I had dropped my single in like July and dropped that music video right in the period between July and August, and then turned around and dropped the whole album in October and with the photo shoot. I'm working on my book. I do comedy. I do a lot of stuff. And with me putting out my talents and gifts and just starting to be myself and do what I love to do, it's been helping me to love myself, find myself, get more creative, dig deeper, you know what I'm saying? It's really just been helping with a lot, and it's clearing a lot of blockages as well, you know what I'm saying? Everything just working all together. So don't sit around and wait for, you know, stuff to come to you. I live like I'm where I want to be already. You know what I'm saying? How can I say, for example, oh, I want to be famous and I'm sitting on my ass not doing nothing because I'm scared to do this or letting blockages block me? No. How can I be famous if I'm sitting on my ass? I got to get out and put my talents out there, or I got to get up and do whatever I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And then I started believing in myself, and I'm making moves like I am who I am and where I want to be. So I had to unlearn and unbelieve the lies and blockages in the system. I had to start believing my own beliefs and teaching myself truth in life. You are what you believe and what you think. So if you believe or say you blocked, then the universe will make sure you stay blocked. If you believe you are free, happy, and rich, and say that you are free, happy, and rich, and feel that, then the universe will align itself to what you are speaking and believing over your life. So your homework is to start visualizing. If you need more money right now, visualize yourself with all the money that you can possibly imagine. Visualize yourself not having money blockages. Visualize yourself being wealthy or being able to take care of your bills and do whatever it is you need or want to do in life. Start speaking affirmations of your life. So if you having money problems, then you start saying, I am free of money problems. I am wealthy. I am rich. My bank account is overflowing with money. I have opportunities overflowing to me daily. I am money is an energetic entity that I am aligned with. I am a money magnet, just all kind of good stuff. Any affirmation you can think of. Let's promote going vegan. Shout out to Ralph Smart. I will also have a link in the description for his page. But 7-week vegan challenge that he promotes, I want to help promote it too. So go vegan for a week and try it. No meat, no dairy, no processed sugar, no none of that. Just straight up from the earth. And don't think, oh, I can't have nothing, I'm missing out. Trust me. All of our substitutes ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie, I tried some stuff and I was like, I don't know. But we have hella, our cheese, milk, everything. We have hella substitutes, even for meat, that is actually good. I get the chicken nuggets and all that stuff. You can recreate anything you want. I just made some bomb ass dark chocolate oatmeal cookies the other day, and everybody in the house smashed them. We all like them. So, you know what I'm saying? Before you, oh, I can't do it, don't do that, because that right there is a blockage. Whenever you say you can't do it, whatever, that's a blockage, okay? That's how you know you got some stuff that you need to get, because you got to be careful how you speak on yourself and on your life. Also start doing yoga and start working out. When I started, all I did was I looked up chakras, and I looked up different yoga moves, what was best for you can look up yoga that's for helping to clear blockages and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Use that internet. It's free. Use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up there and look up that free information. And also start drinking 1 gallon of water a day. So that is y'all homework for blockages. And I just want to thank y'all so much for subscribing to me and taking the time out to actually listen to me and watch my videos, because I actually do want to help everybody and help the world. Literally, y'all, while I'm growing, y'all growing. Everything that I write down, I've already been through it or was going through it and stuff like that, and I had to write it down so I can share with y'all, because I don't know who's going through stuff like me, you know what I'm saying, or going through stuff in life, and I'm elevating and learning how to manifest, and I'm so, Another thing too, that's gonna be another topic, is music. I literally listen to Closer to My Dreams every day, like all day, every day. Like that's gonna be motivating me, because you gotta have motivation and stuff like that. And a lot of people have to motivate themselves, like me. Leaders motivate themselves, y'all. We leaders, you know what I'm saying? So let's stand up, let's do what we need to do, because if we not doing it, then who gonna do it for us? Let them blockages go and stand up. We need more people to stand up and talk about things like this. And I just want to let y'all know that if I can do it, y'all can do it too. See y'all in the next video, and I hope y'all are elevating, and I hope y'all are being motivated, and I hope y'all are growing.